To all our viewers, wherever you're watching across India, the 43 countries we are broadcasting globally this evening, welcome back to Budget Day Live. We are going straight into our debate. As we carry on this Budget Day programming, you will see on your screen graphics which tell you the exact proposals in the budget, what it impacts in tax. So unless you're actually in the 1 crore plus annual category of taxpayers, you're not going to be severely impacted at all by the tax proposals. However, the other impact of the budget in terms of what it impacts on your purse, what's expensive, what's less expensive, like the graphics on your screen, will be firing as we continue our political debate. Delighted to have once again, now this is a wonderful annual feature, on budget night and every budget night, we have the top names from the government and the political establishment. Arun Jaitley, leader of the opposition in the Rajya Sabha, is back with us. And Mr. Jaitley, I am very delighted to say that it is my pleasure to announce that you are with us for the 7th consecutive year on a Budget Day Live program. And that is a record. So thank you very much for coming in. Praful Patel's 5th appearance on a Budget Day Live program. Is it 7? 7 years in a row, matching your record. Praful Patel joins the panel, making his debut, looking extremely concerned for some reason as he hears all this. It's Salman Khurshid. Salman Khurshid making his debut. Meghnad Desai and Omkar Goswami, I'm delighted to have you with us. Kiran Majumdar Shaw, wonderful to have you with us this evening. And the other veteran, Sitaram Yechuri, for whom it's going to be the 8th appearance, and who beats all of you put together, is joining us in 15 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, I open this debate by asking a simple question. The crux of the opposition attack on this budget, especially the attack of Mr. Arun Jaitley, has been on the basis of the state of the economy. Mr. Jaitley says this budget is verbose. He says this budget is extremely low on substance. It has a bit of jugglery, he says, while trying to, run down attempts to cut expenditure. And then he says that this government put the economy in such a distress and then comes out with a budget of helplessness. Is the same adjective he used to describe Mr. Antony's condition yesterday in the Rajya Sabha. Mr. Jaitley, let's open the debate with you. Why don't you give your friend Mr. Chidambaram a slightest bit of credit? His performance, despite the economic conditions, is what you should have rather highlighted on. Mr. Jaitley, the floor is yours.
Well, since you mentioned that this is the 7th consecutive year that we are debating on your channel, I think it would be prudent to take a larger picture of how the 9% story turned into a 5% story. And when it turned into a 5% story, you didn't have enough money in your pocket. The economy was going down, and therefore you had growth versus fiscal deficit situation. And as a result, in the last 7-8 months, you had to cut down public expenditure on a large number of schemes. And if in the coming year also you are planning the same, then I am not so sure that having boxed yourself into a corner, into a situation of helplessness, a situation which is substantially your own creation, then to come up and say, well, it was such a terrible situation or a challenge situation, this is the best I could do under the circumstances.
Don't buy that argument. Salman Khurshid, you'd like to open the round on behalf of the government?
Well, I think the words that the Leader of Opposition has used for the budget allow me to say are words that I would describe his personality today with. Just the words that put him in a place where, not having anything to say, he's using words to say nothing. And that's exactly what I think is his position. All I can say is, for someone like Arun Jaitley, we were hoping that we would get to hear something more exciting. He's not even able to consolidate the position that they've had for 7 years. Our finance minister has at least moved forward aggressively towards consolidation.
Well, opening rounds here. Mr. Praful Patel, to you, please. Arun Jaitley, fairly direct counter-attack coming from Mr. Salman Khurshid. Praful Patel, your response, please. Which side are you on? You weren't with the government on the railway budget. Are you still with the government?
Well, we are with the government on the railway budget. There are some issues on a railway budget. You can't compare it with the general budget.
Sure.
But that notwithstanding, I think that Mr. Jaitley has raised some issues. There have been some, I would say, self-goals in the past that we have ourselves slowed down the growth of the rate growth of in our economy, because we, especially on the infrastructure front, could not take our agenda on power, coal,
That's your internal
road building. Those issues notwithstanding, I think of late the government has shown resolve to set things right, to put our house in order.
For the last 2 months.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say for the last more than a year, the Prime Minister's seized of the issue. The Cabinet Committee on Infrastructure has been formed. This budget talks of the infrastructure bonds. It talks of many other things. If you read the fine print, there is certainly a case where the growth story can be reignited again.
Mr. Jaitley, the question that we asked you just before the budget was that it is important for the Finance Minister to be extremely prudent fiscally, and that was your advice to the Finance Minister as well. He's done that. He's stuck to the agenda that he had on his table. Why then would you find the fault with the budget that he's presented?
Was he prudent in 2008 when he wrote off 72,000 crores in order to win an election? Was he prudent all these years when he was earmarking 40,000 crores on a scheme where you start digging up pits and then fill them up and say we've created jobs in the process? Was he being prudent enough when the entire infrastructure sector has slowed down in the country? Have you realized in the budget today, the Gram Sadak Yojana, you spent 40% of the amount this year. On the national highway, the infrastructure program, you are down to a few hundred kilometers in a whole year. And then you say in the next 6 months, I'll place more orders. So these are all economic activities which have slowed down. You have projects worth 7 lakh crores which are pending because some ministers are squabbling and you can't give clearance to those projects. Now, these are all problems which are a UPA creation. And I am being specific, unlike what Salman Khurshid just now mentioned. I am being specific, and therefore you are confronted with a situation where your growth is going down. The third quarter growth is 4.5%. And therefore, what you do is, you cut down your capital expenditure in the last few months by some 90,000 odd crores and then say, well, I have optically obtained and reached a 5.2% figure. Well, this is a difficult situation, I concede, but this difficult situation is partly of your own making.
Would you own up, Mr. Salman Khurshid? And Mr. Jaitley wants you to be a little bit more specific because we want to take the second part of this debate into whether you are doing enough to spur economic growth to the 6.5% rate. But since he's thrown the ball back in your court, would you admit that your last 4 years particularly have been far from spectacular in terms of decision-making, directness of approach, openness towards foreign direct investment, your internal problems, lack of confidence, problems with your allies? Your internal problems cannot all be blamed to the
No one's blaming anybody. Nobody's blaming anyone for anything. We take responsibility for what we have done, what we have offered, and what we will continue to offer. But I get an impression that the BJP feels there should be one budget in 5 years. That whatever
why do you say that?
Well, was he prudent in the year 2004? Was he prudent in the year 2005? Was he prudent in the year 2009? Now, you're not going to talk about prudence over a period of 10 years. You have to be prudent when you need to be prudent. You've driven yourself to a situation where you're forced to be prudent. Yeah. If you were living in a world in which there was no other country and the economy stopped at the Indian border, it's fine to say all this.
Let's get one counter.
But that's not the way. That's not the way
the
world
operates. But
your
own ally, the NCP Minister, Mr. Praful Patel, has said that you have had internal problems.
He's admitted right here, right now.
So that's what Mr. Jaitley is talking about. 7 lakh crores of projects stuck for lack of decisions.
Aren't you with Mr. Jaitley on that?
No, that notwithstanding. No, I am not with Mr. Jaitley per se. All I'm trying to say is that there have been some problems which we have ourselves self-inflicted. But we are set course correction. And also the fact is that we are only talking, as he rightly said, of an internal economy. We have a world outside of India. We are dependent on imports, which is our single largest reason for the current account deficit of oil, then of gold, then of other products. And also our exports have slowed down because the developed world, where we are exporting the maximum, has contracting economy, which has led to a current account deficit. So I'm rising above politics.
Oh,
and I'm
that's
just
right.
trying
Don't
to
have
say,
to. No,
I need to, because you are narrowing me down into a compartment of Congress versus the NCP. That certainly is not the case. We are all on the same side as far as the government and as the country's larger interests are concerned.
Well, I want one final response from Mr. Jaitley, then I'm opening this round up. Mr. Jaitley, what Salman Khurshid is telling you is that look at each year in its terms of its unique situation. By trying to refer to the last 4 years in one go, you are trying to make a point that may not be relevant given the economic reality of the moment. If that's what I've understood, Mr. Salman Khurshid, have I understood you correctly?
Absolutely, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Jaitley, your response.
This country has seen many challenging situations. You had the East Asian crisis in 2001. And to beat that slowdown situation, you had the famous flagship project of the NDA, the National Highway Project, which was announced. You had in 2008, after the subprime crisis, a serious situation, and you had a series of steps. And then suddenly you had a taxation inconsistent policy, you had the GAR which sent the wrong signals, you slowed down on infrastructure, there was no political leadership in the government which was capable, you had scams after scams. After all, the telecom great success story was sad because of corruption. After 2003 Electricity Act, you had an initial impetus as far as power sector reforms were concerned, and suddenly you have power sector which is now crying for coal after what's happened in this country. Now these are all situations which are not because of anything happening across the border. Across the border, international global factors will certainly affect. We are all seeing that reality, but there were a huge amount of domestic factors which additionally contributed to this situation.
This is not a State of the Nation debate, this is a budget debate. There's a world of difference. And secondly, this coming from someone who belongs to a party that was objecting to FDI in retail. What sense does it make? Sorry, you can point to 100 things that you might have done differently, but the fact still remains today you have a budget that has confidently moved in the very direction that we set out to do 4 years ago. We've not had U-turns, we've not had hiccups, we've not swerved off the path, and we are moving straight forward, consolidating what we set out to do.
Okay, now this can go back and forth. My question here is now, it's on the screen. Has the government done enough, in your view, let's get the experts in, to push growth into a 6.5% range very soon? Omkar Goswami and Meghnad Desai, either of you would like to take that. Omkar first.
Just quickly, two responses. One is, without taking sides, on balance, I think Arun is right, Arun Jaitley, which is this, that in the last 3 years, except the last 7-8 months, this government, for whatever reasons, and I'm not blaming them from here to eternity, for whatever reasons, figured out every which way to commit harakiri and bring down growth over and above growth reducing in the world. Okay, so the world became difficult, and I think we did very well in a difficult situation to cause self-growth.
Sure.
So let's understand that. The good news is that we've come out of it, or so it seems, and this budget is a sign of it coming out of it. Will this budget deliver us 6.5% growth? This budget will deliver us the kind of things, if they get traction, if they move, ought to give us more than 6% growth. Today, if I can say this budget will give us 6.5% growth, I'm either God or I'm a bullshitter. I'm neither. So I can't say that.
So what will spur that? What will spur that?
No, I think there are things in this budget that ought to give us growth in that region if it comes into play. It's a very difficult time, and I hope, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, that we will get above 6% growth, probably not more.
Won't happen without political consensus, Meghnad Desai.
No, I think what it is that, like the economic survey says, there's a natural bounce back in the economy from having hit a bottom, and that natural bounce back will get us to around about 6%.
Yeah.
The budget is decided very prudently not to push things further.
Yeah.
You see, the emphasis has been on prudence, careful budgeting, don't rock the boat, settle for 6%. Don't say, why don't I go for 8%? Because there were dangers in that strategy. It could destabilize. So I keep on praising this budget because it has done as little as possible given the circumstances.